Na me fa chairman menua honorable ne menua na nake na me fa chairman Era Honorable Alan Kodotra Martin. Siga asama menua honorable Kaya no eto asumpa because minim say every year no omo budget for full expenditure. Any allowance is budgeted. Intin ankebe ya se na menu akaye no sika omodu be mo no you should prove say omode akwhye fund bi mu ato ho ama yemmebu no a omope ensa ho dwuma aye no they will train them through the YE and as the GE, the Ghana Enterprise Agency, formerly called MBSSI. Yet me yes na omubetuma actually proof says sikawe yede to homa emabunu. We are going to empower 10,000 youth in entrepreneurship or training no result we na yenya, and these are the outcomes. Me sure say omutumi yes omubetuma try, and then the auditors general report no would also vindicate say indeed skana yede to ho say anka appointees no mo fan useful no enu nie na yede ama a specialized purpose vehicle ebetima boy emebunu. But to even to come to that mamen ka say era mama wayade in this regards because you know how our political appointees are abusing that privilege. Obi onye edumani kra ewo a state institution kra no watimi chichema, and we've seen that the parties have abused that, both the MPP and the NDC, over the period of time. Intino say Ebaba say they are looking at reforms or how to reduce expenditure. Now, then let's look at how we can also bring in innovative ways. Me say the energy minister did mention of bringing in electric vehicles to support their errands. What you say? Me minim say ziga and now bo climate change who the SDGs no sustainable development goals no oman hodro bebre no air transition into the greener economy. They are moving from the brown economy to the green economy. Entina listening to the vision of President Mahama no, you could see sir he has renamed the Ministry of Energy to Ministry of Energy and Green Transition. Into that green transition aspect no and kabeya MMDCs government agencies nationwide would adapt the use of electric vehicles more cheaper, cleaner and efficient, and it will reduce government operational costs. And yes, maybe appointees but if you also bring in other alternatives now, you can slash the cost of transportation by even half. I think that would have a real impact on the national purse. It's a good initiative, but again, let me send a caution, say, let us allow pragmatism and realism to direct this good agenda and not politics. Now, if the president would want to use such as some form of a political bait to score points now, Ziga one here now, Angosiaga, because if we are going to charge into the politics of this issue now, Ziga, Ebimube to me still aqua behind and abuse the president's directives, and when that happens, it becomes what? Propaganda for the opposing forces. And let us look at how Yebetima Boy Etimia Tai sa good initiative. And I want to see that innovative aspects in the offing, so that collectively we can reduce our operational costs as far as our public administration is concerned, because Ghana we have a lot of wastage. That is why Yemubinu Yebohundero said we need to lead the charge for an enterprise economy. Bibia koye government. International government books now, they spend a lot. And Ghana has a lot of potential for the private sector. Into buying funding and to on share say the financial institutions in Ghana no would be lending at a lesser interest rate to our people and our businesses so that ye mebunu no betimanye sika e dia bie juma ochi ase so that they can also employ other people and add more value to our resources locally so that betimanye mpunto aye
but dog then I make ho asem say the question am di ka busa on say yen show e be de meme hu say Owura Julius Debrasi chief of staff on one to fuel e be de hu say the government appointees more Jubilee House or man to fuel e be de hu say DNPC boss and tour boss NPA boss or one to fuel
na say Obia Bejine Katia is released by controller and accountant general. And you know the remuneration aspect, there's a build-up calculation. There's an aspect I bet say this is for full allocation. And you know say ban say report be back, quarterly report back. Now who say say na you're honorable Julius Zebra not oje full. Na I say watiamra. Until those reports will show indeed whether they are receiving those funds.
Controller and accountant general departments.
Yes.
Themselves for salary.
But it is part of the allowance aspect. Because it's part of yes.
Yes. There are some there are some of the full allowance no, it has been built into
the salary.
The salary.
And here for your appointment letter. Na can will be conditions of
yes, appointee some of the appointees so a hosa the more and I wo omusua ye the coupons and more
good and then I make one so
you wo omwa ye the coupons so and more
yeah
now every month be say be 200 liters 300 liters 400 liters now the amount
yes that is the appointees
yes
code they omono yentuano source they take coupons so I'm asking that how do we know that coupons
some is built up in the salary. A B is built up in the salary. It's a compounded remuneration figure on the mom. Coupons are some now okano. It is built up in the budget of the agency. If it's office of the presidency, this is the budget for year one, and our quarterly budget said this is what we are going to spend on for operational purposes. And we need, I mean, for the purposes of clarification, say if indeed this is what they want to achieve, they should now give us a breakdown on their full expendiditure. That
but appointees can edge fuel because so many are bida.
Yes, and
appointees bit because so dig many people
and make us say within the budgetary framework no, they should be able to stipulate say sika ahodo we any top force coupons emma appointees within every government agency. So if that is the case, then who say okay, so this is the breakdown for appointees omunya coupons now. Then that means after this policy goes to effect now, that aspect will be slashed out into omuye audit reporter. They have to prove. So they have to prove say this is not going to purchase coupons for fuel anymore. Omu audit reporter I say omudi babonting. And that is why the controller and accountant general department which has auditing oversight over all state agencies can be a credible source to vindicate whether indeed President Mahama is spending for money on buying coupons for appointees or not. Can be mechanisms. I bet who say indeed.
Doc Edasipi, where Dr. Inusah a movement for change.